Some say marriage is the end of the road, but not me. I'm 45 and single, but that's not why I'm avoiding the aisle. Life is fulfilling enough on my own, and I don't pine for a boyfriend. Still, at my brother's wedding, I did catch myself feeling envious of their happiness. His bride was rather charming, too, but the woman I thought was amazing turned out to be a whole different kind of crazy. My name is Emmy, 45 years old. I'm a single woman living alone. I may have given up on marriage, but not on life itself. Work is going well. I have a solid circle of friends, and life is good, all things considered. One day, a married friend asked, "What's your plan for old age?" I've saved up quite a bit, so I'm planning to hire some help and retire on a sunny island, I said with a smile. You would, my friend replied, laughing. I've paid off my house, and I've been reevaluating things like insurance to prepare for my future. For now, I've got no worries. I have my mother and an older brother, Aiden, in my life. Dad passed away 5 years ago, but Mom is still going strong at 70. Aiden is happily married. They had their first child 5 years ago and welcomed their second last autumn. Both are boys. Aiden is pushing 47, but his wife Lindsay is younger and seems to have no issues with childbirth. And my mom, who used to nag about me getting married and giving her grandkids, has backed off, probably thanks to the grandchildren from Aiden's side. I guess she's just given up on me. Sorry, but I've chosen a career-focused life. I'd appreciate it if you'd just spoil my nieces and nephews. Mom and Aiden seem so happy. As for me, I'm living the dream on an island down south. Life is great, except for one little problem. Lindsay, my sister-in-law. Lindsay is 12 years younger than Aiden and 10 years younger than me. Despite that, her attitude towards me is downright unbelievable. It all began 3 years ago, when my brother and his wife had their first child. I gave them a baby gift. Instead of saying thank you, Lindsay had the audacity to say this. Think giving us a gift will set you up for the future, Emmy? What? What are you talking about? Confused, I replied. She snorted and continued. Don't play dumb. You're hoping to rely on our kid in the future, aren't you? Oh, no thanks. What? I was just puzzled. What was she getting at? Just to be clear, I didn't have this kid to take care of you in your old age, so don't expect anything. Right. All I did was give a baby gift, right? I didn't say anything like that. What was she going on about? Frustrated, I mentioned it to Aiden. He called Lindsay for a discussion. Lindsay, Emmy just gave us a baby gift, okay? I'd understand if you were thankful, but why did you lash out at her? She blushed with anger and retorted. Emmy wants to rely on our child for her future. She's just trying to save money on caregivers. No. I simply gave a baby gift because Aiden had a cute child. Aiden was livid. Enough. Emmy never said any of that. She just gave us a baby gift because she's happy for us. That's it. So you're taking her side because she's your sister? That's not fair. She glared at me. I got yelled at because of you, Emmy. How are you going to make it right? You owe me. What? Suddenly accused, I can't help but turn serious. I was planning to keep quiet, but being misunderstood like this will just cause more problems. Listen, Lindsay, just like Aiden said, I only gave the baby gift to celebrate. No ulterior motives. Don't lie. I have good instincts. Whatever you think, it's not true. I'm planning to live alone in a distant place when I'm older. I'll be fine. You'll say that now, but you'll manipulate our kid to take care of you later. I've no plans to rely on my nephew. Lindsay kept ranting like a mad dog. She was beyond reasoning. I decided I wanted nothing to do with her. However, a few days later, Lindsay called to apologize. It seemed both Aiden and her parents had scolded her, and she was behaving meekly. I'm truly sorry for what happened, Emmy. Maybe it's just postpartum stress. I can't speak from experience about childbirth, but it seems that some women may view everyone around them as a threat right after giving birth. Is it some kind of innate parental defensive mechanism? They can often overreact, causing inconvenience to those around them. I told her, it's okay. You must be tired too. Just be careful from now on, and chose to forgive her on the spot. I only meet up with my brother's family during New Year's holidays or special events at our parents' house, but keeping good relations doesn't hurt. After that, I gave gifts to my nephew on his birthday and Christmas. Despite maintaining this relationship, when Lindsay had her second child last fall and I gave her another baby gift, she snapped at me again. This time she said, "Emmy, don't you think now there are two people for you to take care of? You're not considering adopting one, are you?" "What do you mean?" "Don't ever think such nonsense. Both are my precious children and I will never give them to you." "No, I wasn't thinking that. Don't think giving a gift gives you any control. I will never give my children to you," she screamed at me. This was a replay of that stressful experience and it gave me a headache. Is she bringing up that old issue again? Just like last time, she complains to me about her own delusions without any gratitude. Of course, this time Aiden mediated again. "Hey, Lindsay, you're still saying that? You already caused Emmy enough trouble last time." Lindsay glared at Aiden. "Aiden, are you planning to ruin our children's lives by letting a single woman take care of them? That's disgraceful." "Come on. Emmy would never do that. Enough. Just be quiet." I left the arguing couple and hurried home. I don't want to get caught in such trouble every time she gives birth. I decided that if they have another child, I will give the baby gift when Lindsay is not around. A few days later, just like before, Lindsay called to apologize, but I had no intention of forgiving her. "In the end, you and I are like oil and water. We will never get along. Let's never meet again. Goodbye." I said this over the phone and hung up without waiting for her response. I'm a 45-year-old single woman. I know society doesn't look kindly on that, and I do worry about my future. That's why I'm preparing now, planning to live alone without bothering my family. I never thought about relying on my nephews. No matter how much I tell this to Lindsay, she won't believe me, so I decided to cut ties with her. When I visit my hometown, I coordinate with my mother to avoid meeting my brother and Lindsay. I also stopped giving Christmas and birthday gifts to my nephews. Well, they are young and will probably forget about me soon enough. I was looking forward to seeing my nephews grow up, but the thought of them becoming more and more like Lindsay makes me not want to see them. During the New Year's holiday, while I was relaxing and watching TV, I got a call from Lindsay. Shoot, I forgot to block her number. Reluctantly, I answer the phone. "Hello?" "Oh, Emmy, long time no see. I thought you might be dead since you didn't come home for the holidays," Lindsay says, sarcastically as ever. "Happy New Year, Lindsay. I'm fine, so don't worry. Goodbye." I was really annoyed that she picked a fight right at the start of the year, so I hung up, not wanting to deal with her any longer. But as I was trying to block her number, she calls again. "You hang up on me? Really, Emmy, you're so impatient. That's probably why you're not married." None of her business. "I just want to relax and watch TV. I'm busy, so I'm hanging up," I reply, brushing her off. "Why are you being so cold? I married your brother, you know. I'm family. You should treat family with respect," she says, suddenly sounding righteous. "What are you talking about?" Ignoring me, Lindsay starts spouting nonsense. "You know what family relationships mean, right? Especially at your age. You should understand their importance." Huh? What is she even trying to say? I thought about hanging up, but I hold back, thinking she might just show up at my house. "So, what do you want?" "You're my children's only aunt, Emmy. You have responsibilities." "Responsibilities? Like what?" "Seriously? I'm talking about gifts for birthdays, Christmas, and graduations. That's what family relationships are about." "Really? After telling me not to spoil them with money, now she's like this? So what you're saying is because I'm single and have some savings, I should spend it on my nephew?" "Exactly. Your money will be happier too." I can't afford to waste money. I need to save for my future, and I don't plan on relying on your children when I'm older. Wasting money on family isn't a waste at all. Yes, it is. She kept talking as if she hadn't heard me. By the way, my son's birthday is coming up. He loved the latest gaming console. I'd enjoy it too. I've told you I can't waste money. But money spent on a cute nephew isn't a waste. What's the point of saving for old age? You're likely to die alone before that. Can anyone this unreasonable really exist? Why did my brother Aiden marry her? You've been taking advantage of my goodwill all this time, and now you suddenly claim it's as your aunt? Give me a break. Finally, I snapped. I can't hold it in anymore. Even though I'm already livid, an idea crossed my mind. So you really want a free gift, huh? Fine, you can have one, I said coolly. You really are the best aunt ever, Emmy, she eagerly sang my praises. So what kind of gift are you giving me? I'm thinking about the latest gaming console or maybe even a trip abroad. I'm ready. I've set the trap. I smirked to myself. The gift is the exclusive right to take care of my mom. How's that for a surprise? Wait, what? Her voice goes rigid. Ignoring her surprise, I continue. You know, my mom hasn't been doing well lately. She needs help, and I was supposed to do it. But I thought, hey, you can do it, and your kids get to spend quality time with their grandmother. What more could you want? Just when I thought I'd outwitted her, the voice on the other end changes. Don't be ridiculous. That's a single woman's job. Don't expect us to do it. It's Aiden, and he's furious. He must have been listening all along. I hadn't been in touch with Aiden for a while, trying to cut ties with Lindsay. Little did I know she'd already roped him in. You can't hurt Lindsay like this. I panic at Aiden's sudden outburst. Sadly, Aiden has now become an adversary. I have no other choice. Then it's done. I'm cutting ties with you too, Aiden. I'll tell Mom. You don't have to do anything. Hearing this, Aiden panics. Wait, we don't have to go that far. Mom wants to see her grandchildren, and I'm sure you want to see your little nephews. I've made up my mind. As of now, you and your family are strangers to me. Goodbye. I hang up. My mom, furious about what transpired, disowns my brother and his wife. They disappear from our lives. 5 years later, my mother passed away after a long battle with illness. Thank you for everything, she says, holding my hand on her deathbed. I'm so glad you're my daughter. I was drowning in grief, but as the person responsible for the funeral, I had to hold it together for my mom's sake. With great effort, I managed to pull myself up. The day of the funeral, with the help of relatives, we smoothly concluded the ceremony. Just then, a man in worn-out mourning clothes approached me. It's been a while. How have you been? It was Aiden. I had no idea where he'd been during the ceremony, but he was there with my 2 nephews. My nephews were engrossed in their mobile games, not even bothering to look my way. Thanks for asking. You don't look too great yourself. I know. We're estranged, but can we talk? Reluctantly, I agree. It's about Lindsay. What happened to her? Did she cheat? If only that were all. What then? She attacked the wife of the guy she was cheating with. That sounds like something Lindsay would do. Aiden continues. The woman my wife cheated with is blackmailing me. She said she won't go to the police if I pay her off, and now she's demanding a ridiculous $100,000. Because of Lindsay's affair, I'm broke. I want to pay, but I can't. So here's what I really wanted to talk about. He looks up at me with a desperate gaze. Don't even think about the inheritance. What? You're only here for Mom's inheritance, aren't you? Mom always said she wouldn't leave a dime to you two, especially since you never visited her, not even during her hospital stays. That's why I've had the property and savings put in my name. The rest of the family is on board with this too. Aiden said, I'm really sorry. Just save it. Lend me $100,000. Help me out. I'm desperate. During the funeral service, with other relatives present, Aiden expressed deep remorse. Too little, too late. All because you chose to listen to Lindsay over me and our parents. It's too late. I told Aiden and left the room. I have no grudges against my playful nephews and nieces, though. 3 years have passed since then. I haven't seen my brother and his wife. I heard from a relative that Aiden blamed Lindsay for her infidelity and ran off, leaving her to deal with the kids and the damages. She's supposedly working part-time at supermarkets and grocery stores from morning to night, after leaving the kids at her parents' home. My own brother, mistreated by Lindsay, cheated on, and then abandoned. He got what was coming to him. He left me with no choice but to turn my back. As for me, I've started a peaceful life on an island down south. Just before entering my golden years, I can see a splendid palm tree right outside my condo. No complicated relationships here, only the crystal clear blue sky and the endless beautiful sea. I plan on living on my pension in this affordable country. Next year, I'm hiring a live-in helper to take care of my chores. Sometimes I do think it would be nice to have someone by my side, especially remembering the painful times, like my feud with Aiden and my mother's sad passing. Even so, I continue to savor my peaceful island life all alone, day by day.